Hello again, Struck Club. Today I would like to share with you some more information about Torchlight 3 and the upcoming Relic update that has been postponed and delayed as expected by a week. So from the 4th of August, this is expected at the 11th of August right now, which is a few weeks from now on a Tuesday. Of course this is subject to change, but along with that they're also doing 12 days of Wipesmas, which means they're gonna be giving away starting yesterday a lot of resources so people can experiment, craft stuff in their forts and so on. But let's move on to a message from Max Shaefer, CEO of Echtra Games. Basically you can see it on your screen. It will be in 3 parts, so it can fit well. You can read it, you can also check the link in the description for this State of the Game Week 7 Steam blog post, where you can also read more about what we're gonna talk about in this video. In general, the message says that the Fazir's Dungeon, an awesome new endgame experience has been added, and they're already preparing for the big update, the next big update, the Relic subclass. And they're saying that our next big patch, which is previewed below, will be our final large update prior to launch, meaning the major rework, the final major rework. And after that it's gonna be just bug fixing, polishing and rebalancing and things like that. Another bit of information is, since the account wipe is supposed to come with this update, it's also scheduled for the 11th of August unless things change again. So when the Relic update hits, the account wipe hits us as well. And as some of you probably already know, there will be 9 skill bar slots, all of them with controller support. So if you're gonna be playing this game eventually on when it comes on console, you would be happy to hear this. If you play with the controller on PC as well, you would be happy to hear this. There's more things coming, and Max Shaefer and the rest of Echtra Games are excited to reveal more news eventually, but for now let's move on to the relics, the important thing about this week's State of the Game blog post. So as I've already told you before, and some of you may know, the relic is switching into a subclass system, a relic skill tree. And you would be seeing some screenshots for some of the relics while we talk about them, and I would say it's best to just talk about them one by one while showing you screenshots. The footage you're gonna see is footage from the current live version of the game, so it's not footage from the upcoming update, so keep that in mind. So as you know, there are 5 main relics to choose from. Each would have its own unique association and strengths after the rework. The Bane is the summon based relic, and it would summon a cluster of spiders and cast 4 volleys of deadly poison. So it's poison based, it's summon based, it gives you minion bonuses as passives, and it can be associated with staffs, which means we know from the developers that what this means is each relic would have a passive skill, that if you invest into that passive skill, you would be increasing the damage of the relic, the equivalent of the relic attack, the relic active skill. That would be things like Sword Smash, like the venomous small projectile spider, like Frost Blast and so on. So each relic would have one such passive where you can invest points into it and you would get increased damage with basic attacks with that weapon while this weapon is equipped. And while this weapon is equipped, you would also be getting more damage for that relic attack. So each relic would be pushing you towards a certain weapon to use when using that skill or when you want to use basic attacks. So it would also increase the energy generation while you're using this skill. This is all we know about that specific passive, what it means associated with staffs for the Bane. Next, let's talk about the Blood Drinker. What they're saying is heal your own wounds while enemies bleed. This is gonna be a physical based relic with HP regen inside of it, all sorts of HP regen, not just direct but also percent per hit and things like that. Then it's gonna be bleeding and dot damage, damage over time for those of you who don't know what DOT is. Then associated with swords. So like the Bane is with staff, this one would be for swords. So next we're gonna talk about the Coldheart, which is controlling the crowds, meaning crowd control, freezing, swallowing, knockbacks, and things like that. It would not work on bosses, at least not all of those crowd controls would work on bosses, but it's gonna be amazing. So it's gonna be ice based, crowd control, extreme defense, and associated with rifles and pistols. That's gonna be allowing for some interesting ranged builds where you're gonna be using basic rifle and pistol attacks if you wanna be spamming your energy cost skills more. And what energy cost is, we're gonna talk about slightly later, so you would know what that means. Then Electrode is the next relic I wanna show you some bits about. So it's described as unleash an unpredictable surge of electricity. Electric based, shock bolt support, movement, attack and casting speed increases. Casting speed, this is the first time where the developers have introduced casting speed based increases, casting speed modifiers or whatever. I'm not sure whether items would give us casting speed, but the Electrode would definitely give casting speed in certain shapes or forms. This remains to be revealed exactly how. And then this would be associated with maces. And now let's move on to the Flaming Destroyer. It's described as consistently burn enemies and set things ablaze. Which means fire based. It's gonna be increasing the evasion one way or another. It's gonna give you nice AoE damage, and it's gonna be associated with great weapons, meaning the great blades. So a little bit of text that they've given us as kind of like a summary is: the weapon mastery associations are optional passives each relic contains, which not only makes the basic attack of all specified weapons stronger, but also increases the potency of the relic overall so long as you have that weapon type equipped. This creates build options that drill down into focusing on specific weapons, which is something the community has directly asked. So relic skills and energy. Let's quickly talk about relic skills and energy. Each relic comes with 5 active skills and 5 passive skills to choose from. As you've seen in the screenshots, the active skills have been highlighted with yellow around them, around the borders. So they're saying that each active skill has its own set of tier bonuses that can greatly enhance the skill in a variety of ways, and as I've let my viewers know earlier from a different video, those tier bonuses only affect the skill itself, unlike the active skills on the class skill trees, where the second tier bonus affects the hero, not the skill itself. Here every single tier bonus from the tree would be affecting the relic skill itself. Like the other two class skill trees, relic skills have level requirements and share the same skill point pool as the other two trees, meaning the 60 skill points you've got for now would be what you're spending to level those up. So there's gonna be some tough choices. How many active relic skills do you want to get? How many class active skills do you want to get? How many passive skills do you want to get? And things like that. Most active relic skills require relic energy, though not all do. Relic energy generates over time as long as you remain in combat. And the former relic activation skills have been reworked into a normal skill you put points into and swat into one of your skill slots. But now there's a change. On a build I played, the relic activation used to cost 100 energy. But this has been thankfully changed, and now they behave differently from the rest of the relic skills. So instead of it costing 100 energy, they do not have a normal resource cost or cooldown, and they don't also cost energy. Instead, you can activate them once you have spent a total of 200 relic energy on other skills, meaning you keep building up that bar, you keep using energy, and as you spend that energy from the relic energy meter, you slowly work towards being able to activate this relic power. And the relic power would be equivalent to the previously slotted into E relic activation that used to proc things like the skittering shoulders and the defense field, the damage reduction field that it used to give us. So naturally, the more you invest your skill points into your new relic tree, the more often you'll be able to use this finishing skill, and the more potent it will become, is what the developers are saying. And another message at the end from Echtra Bane is this is going to be a very dramatic update, and we'll have more details and specifics with the patch notes when the update goes live. Until then, keep slaying both goblins and in life, and we will keep slaying goblins, Hivit, Vultura, and other annoying creatures that try to get us before we get them. So yeah, there's some more screenshots that were shared, such as this one that you can see the 9 skill slots on that, and they're saying there's going to be more rainbow builds, meaning stacking all different elements. But that's gonna be it in regards to the news. Hopefully everything's clear. Hopefully you're excited about this update as much as I am. Believe me, I'm more excited about this update than I was for the Fazier's Dungeon update, and I can't wait to play it. If you'd like to get notified when I upload more content like this one, or builds, or other types of guides, or any type of other content for Torchlight 3, other isometric hack and slash wooters, or wooter games of all types and kinds and varieties, be it shooter wooters or ARPGs or other RPGs, you can subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to get notified when I upload the content and not miss it. Thanks again Struckweb for watching this video. Keep it cool, and until next time, goodbye.